Hey guys, so I just finally got finished watching the new Hellraiser movie. Reboot, remake, whatever the fuck it is. It's on Hulu. Um, yeah, like I said, I got like a couple days to do these reviews, so I'm trying to get them in as fucking quick as possible. Uh, Hellraiser, this is the first time I got a chance to review a Hellraiser movie on on my channel. Um, as far as my opinions on like the Hellraiser franchise as a whole, I'm a big fan of the original. I like the original. It's one of the more creative, more original horror movies like of that era, and there's not much I can say about it that hasn't already been said about it. And then, of course, the sequels are not very good. Like, this is a franchise that I don't think really there's been one really good sequel. And it's a series that basically consists of one great movie and a lot of mediocre to bad sequels. To the point that like from after four, they're all direct DVD movies that were originally never supposed to be Hellraiser movies. They were like something supposed to be something else that got turned into Hellraiser movies. There's like videos about that if you want to know a lot of stories behind those fucking movies. But um, yeah, it is like I like when I heard of the idea that they're gonna do a new Hellraiser, which hell they're even making they got a TV show coming up of Hellraiser. I don't think is in the continuity of this one. I'm not sure. It's very confusing. It's like at the same time that they were making this, they decided they were gonna make a TV show, but it don't seem like it's gonna be in the same continuity. I don't think, but I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, um, I was not against the idea. I was like, yeah, why not? Fuck, it's not exactly a perfect franchise, so why the fuck not? And they're like, yeah, it's gonna be a female Pinhead this time. I'm like, all right, cool. I saw the look of female Pinhead. And I said, yeah, that looks pretty good. That looks like a really well done. That's what a female Pinhead should look like. I was like, yeah, I have no problem with it. Yeah, I was like, I was on board. And yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Um, it's of course nowhere near the original. Is I'm not 100% sure what the hell to classify this because it doesn't. It's not exactly a remake. I thought it was a remake going in, but it really isn't. It's not like an exact copy of the first one. It's not just doing the first one over again. It's feels like it's its own fucking thing and it's its own sequel. This could be in the same continuity as the other ones, but just that there's a female Pinhead. But they don't call her Pinhead, but she's the priest or whatever. Whatever. I think that's just differentiate between the two. I think that's what the whole point of that was. But yeah, I've enjoyed the hell out of this. It feels like a true sequel, probably the most true sequel since like the fourth one to like the original Hellraiser films. Um, yeah, it feels like a Hellraiser sequel. It really is refreshing. Definitely one of the better ones. It's probably one of the better ones since the first one. Um, it I the characters are generic. I will say that they're nothing really special as far as the characters. Honestly, I was getting like Evil Dead remake vibes while watching this a lot because it's a movie about a drug addict. The main girl in this movie is a drug addict, recovering drug addict. Her brother is helping taking care of her, and she is the one that finds the box. And because of her, her and her brother getting a fight, she ends up accidentally causing him uh, getting cut via the box, and once he gets cut via the box, he is taken by the Cenobites and killed, and so that escalates everything we get from there, and like I said, it kind of feels a little bit like they're doing like the storyline from Evil Dead remake. I was like, that's why I was watching it. I mean, it's not the exact same fucking thing, but it does feel like it. Like a lot of the same characters, except like the brother's gay. He has a boyfriend instead of a girlfriend, and like like in the Evil Dead remake. Um, I thought Jamie Clayton did a good job. I did. Obviously, it's hard to ever fucking even come close. Like, she doesn't hold a candle, obviously, to fucking Doug Bradley. Doug Bradley had this presence, an intimidating factor about him that just, he carried himself as Pinhead for so fucking long, and it's hard to even hold a candle. Of course, it's gonna be always hard to fucking even compare her to him. But she does a good job. Like they do, it's like looking at like the person like Jamie Clayton, who she is, like before she went into makeup and then after the makeup, it's like goddamn, she transforms into this fucking character, and like it's almost fucking unrecognizable, like really goddamn unrecognizable. That's awesome, man. Um, that is really awesome, and like she has like that I modulated voice, which Doug Bradley did too, but I a little bit over modulated, maybe a little bit over modulated, but not too bad. Like she does, she is really good at that. I thought she did a good job as a replacement for Doug Bradley. Obviously, he's already been replaced, but that's when you talk about Pinhead, he's Pinhead. Uh the I, the gore in this movie, it's like, man, after watching the fucking Terrifier movie, it's like Terrifier 2, like the gore is tame in this movie. I don't know. Like, man, it's gonna be a while before I'm like shocked by the gore in any movie from this point forward after watching Terrifier 2. I saw I watched VHS 99. But it's like, yeah, it's pretty tame. There's some gory moments. It really is not too bad. It's like a lot of the stuff that happens, really gory stuff, happens off screen. Really, especially early on, whenever a character gets cut by the box, they really just cuts to black, and then you just see the aftermath of the person disappearing, and that's about it. You really, for a while, don't see much of what happens to them. It's a lot of what you know you know if you've seen the Hellraiser movies, know what happens to them. The chains come out, and you know what happens. It tears them apart and stuff like that. So you've seen it before if you've seen the Hellraiser movie. So it's not like something you haven't seen before. So like it'd be just showing the same thing over and over and over again. Um, it is like you have a lot of like the Cenobites from the you have the Chatterer, or like there's a couple ones I was like that one female one that I was like I can't remember if she was like I'm not the biggest Hellraiser nerd or anything, but I was like was she in the other ones too? I think she looks recognizable, but I know the Chatterer was in there. That was obviously fan service. Uh, yeah, like it's a movie's fun. It's for what it is. It is a little long, like 2 hours. Did not need to be 2 hours. Definitely does not need to be 2 hours. Uh, and I don't I don't know. Are they planning more movies after this? I don't fucking know. I'm sure they can do the way it sets up or how it ends. I'm sure they can set up more stuff with the villain in this movie. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to make more of them. Like I said, it is a shame that I didn't see this in a theater. Like I said, the gore is really good. It's really well made. It's you know, fucking really well made movie. It's from a director I really like, David Bruckner, who he did the Amateur Night on VHS, the first VHS movie. And then he also did The Night House, which came out last year. Is probably my favorite horror movie of last year, other than *Malignant*. Um, yeah, like he does a really good job and creates a really good atmosphere with this fucking movie. He's a pretty goddamn good director, a guy I'm gonna keep my eye on more and more. He probably could become one of my favorite horror directors as he keeps going. If he keeps doing movies like this, he probably will. Yeah, I enjoyed the movie for what it was. It's enjoyable sit. I was never bored or anything. It's like I said, it is a little long. I give you that. I've heard people complain about it. It's a little, but it wasn't that. Wasn't like I was just like said like God, what's this fuck? It's not like when I watched the monsters, I was just waiting for the fucking thing to be over. Um, yeah, I enjoyed it for what it was. I enjoyed it. That's my Hellraiser review. I have. I'm gonna be watching VHS 99 here sometime, hopefully soon. Is I gotta get a review. My goal is to get a review posted by on Halloween night, so I have to fucking do it. So, yeah, I'll have a review for that. And until then, I'll talk to you guys later.